Alrighty, we're going to be jumping straight into the match now. Fate Esports taking up that CT side here on Vertigo. Winstrike on the T, and we're now underway. Looks like a bit of pushing coming up through mid for Winstrike. There's going to be two players to respond. Rocking's one of them. Shike going to be the other. Over here at scaffolding right now. Nothing coming out. No shots, just some tags. And a full-out assault begins. Rocking able to find the first one with Shike, but the trades do come through from Crad. Nickelback and Eland finish off two more. Brings it all down to Milky. Milky now stuck in a 1 versus 4 with this USPS and armor. He's got some ammo. Got 100 HP to work with, but this is still such a difficult scenario to be in. His team being decimated there in the first few seconds of the round is not a great start for the Fate side. Shots coming out, and Nickelback comes up from behind and eliminates him with the knife. That's going to be some great economy for the side of Winstrike team. They're able to full buy into this one. AKs, maybe some Galils to work with. Meanwhile, Adiko seeming to come out for the side of Fate, opting to buy all the way down to 0 on some of these players. The others, 150, 50 bucks. Things not looking all too good for them so far. But we'll see if they can turn things around with their aim. This is going to be a sheer aim round for them, and they really need to find this first pick if they do want to try to convert. Shots coming through with the Deagle. Some tags on the Nicky. But the first frag is converted by Eland. Going to bring it down to this 4 versus 5. Man advantage is gained by the side of Winstrike team. Nicky's going to try and maybe find one if they do push up through ramp. But right now, they're playing kind of stagnant. They're wanting to play a little bit more passive in this round. They know these Deagles can pack one hell of a punch. And Forrester's going to find the first Deagle to get a headshot. That's going to be Patrick. Nice 1D coming out from him. It's going to start to even it out just a little bit. Elam being tagged down low. He's going to play a little bit more conservatively and opt to give the bomb to another player. Nickelback finds the first on these boxes. Checking the corner, will find Shike. Brings it down to Patrick in a 1 versus 4. We're seeing another 1 versus 4, except he's got a Deagle this time. He's going to be looking to do a hell of amount of work. And he's got to find this first shot. Right now, they're not exactly sure where he is. They're rather confused on his positioning. He's not going to be able to get out, though. Nickelback will eliminate him, and a second round goes to Winstrike. A strong start from the Russian side. And an eco round coming out from Fate. It's going to be stuck on the USPSs. No armor, no utility. Looking for maybe a couple frags in order to even out the economy, but that's going to be about it. Winstrike playing pretty anti-eco here. I know they were just buying down to 2K on some of these players with these Mac 10s, but that's going to be fantastic going up against these USPSs. Milky holding an angle, watching towards scaffolding. Gotta be careful. Crag's over here. Crag tagged down to 33, will be eliminated by Rocking. That's when the Mac 10's out of the server. Lickety split, but Forrester comes from behind and finds two. Nickelback able to find one on the other side of the map as well. Brings it down to Patrick and Shike to finish it out, but Lackey and Eland will end their existence in a third round for the side of Winstrike. Full buy round inbound now for Fates. They're going to have an AWP to work with and a few M4s as well. This is where they need to start their conversions, get their ball rolling, because right now things could go from bad to worse if they lose this one. They bought all the way down 150 on most of these players. And they're going to be playing it rather passively. They don't want to take the fight directly to Winstrike. They're going to try and play contact on each of these sides. Winstrike opting to head towards A. Two players do reside over here. Nicky and Milky lying in wait. They're going to need to be the men of the hour in order to turn this round into their own. Milky watching the angle. Gets shot at through the wall, but he will survive. He's going to be able to find that first one to Lackey. That's the bomb secure. That is very advantageous for the side of Fate. They need to find a few more to really do the damage into this round. Shots out of Shike will find one on the Elon. The AWP ringing out. Nikki seems to have the read on this player. Will be able to find Crad there while the smoke is fading. Leaves it down to Nickelback and Forrester in a 2 versus 5. Forrester able to find one. Brings it down to this 4 versus 2. Try to play the angle. Right now, no one is giving away all too much. That flash gives them a little bit more room. Milky watching for Nickelback. Will find him. That's the bomb secured once again. And now Forrester all alone in a 1 versus 4. Will have the time tick down on him. He'll opt to save the AK. They've got enough economy to buy up into this one, even if he does save. So things are going to be looking rather nice for Winstrike, but Fate securing that first round was a must. I see. I did mess something up. I appreciate chat. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. I missed that when I was editing stuff. All right, we're coming back into it now. Winstrike full bot on up. AKs and an AWP. That's going to be on Elon. He's going to be looking to do the work. He's going to need to find these initial picks. But right now, the smokes that are put out are delaying it. Crad catching a nade to his guts. Will be tagged down to 47. He's going to play a little bit more conservatively throughout the rest of this round. Very slowly being played now. Elon's starting to pump out through the smoke. Some noise being made towards A. We're on Rush A simulator, that's for sure. 2 players stacked up there. They're going to have to back on off as that Molly pushes them off the angle. Be able to regain it with the smoke. And now the shots out of Milky & Co. are going to need to be stellar. Nickelback finds that first one onto Rocking, looking for another. Will be able to find it. Brings himself a double. Elon able to find one on a Shike with the AWP. And now Patrick and Nikki. Last 2 men standing for Fate. Will need to opt to save as Nikki goes down. Patrick now last man standing for the side of Fate. He's going to opt to save that M4 over as their economy is rather rough. We'll dispose that AWP, it looks like. Now they're going to opt to save it over. Maybe have 2 for them. Seeing if Patrick wants to come back, but he's sitting over on this B site, not wanting to lose this rifle. This rifle can be such a useful weapon into this next round, especially since it's going to be an eco. The timing's a bit off for him. That's not great. There are people coming up through stairs. He could be caught out here. He's going to hear the footsteps right about now. He should at least. And he won't survive. I'm not sure how he didn't get the read on that. But he missed the sound cue. And that will be a 4th round for Winstrike. Not able to save that M4 over. That's going to be crucial for the economy. They're going to have to buy down the deagles or sit on the full eco. They're going to opt up to have a few deagles and a few USPSs to work with. Only 1 armor kit. That's going to be on Patrick. Rocking, playing aggressive. Oh, the 1D coming out of Rocking. Rocking Forrester's world. Will be able to secure himself an AK and back off. Another hit towards A coming out, but they're at the man disadvantage right now. They are going up against Deagles and USPSs in that picked up AK. There's no armor to speak of other than on Patrick. So this should be a simple round for them. But we could see really a miracle worker done here if it is played correctly. Crad starting to make his way up. Elon going to be able to find one. Nikki trades it back, but Lackey and Nickelback finish off the other 2. Brings it down to Patrick and Rocking. Rocking the AK eliminate. Now Patrick alone once again in a 1 versus 3. Deagle in hand. He's got armor to work with. And I think he's going to try and save this AK over. That's going to be best case scenario. think Patrick might be able to get away with his AK. That's going to be crucial for the economy of the Fate side. Right now, they're still on that 3K. They're going to be able to buy up into this next one handsomely. Have an AWP on Elin. I mean, on Shike, if possible. Yeah, there it is. They're going to have full util as well. Having that AK, that one-tap headshot is such a crucial weapon into this next round. They're going up against that full buy that Winstrike's put together once again. Able to mostly save over all the players. Their economy is going to become ever so strong here in the future if Fate isn't able to take a few rounds off of them. So far, passively played, but Milky will be eliminated. Nickelback, very quick with that AK-47, will be able to find that first frag into the round to give the man advantage to the side of Winstrike. Nicky starting to push up, going to be able to find one as well. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4. Evened back on out and looking for more. Won't be able to do it. Lackey will eliminate him, but he did get some good tags on Elin, tagging him down to 28. So a little bit of a consolation prize, but no frags. This A site seems to be a problem for Fate. They can't seem to hold it together. They're just being decimated round after round, time and time again. But the trade does come out. Brings it back down to even, and Shike is able to find one as well. The trade from Elin is good. Brings it back down to a 2 versus 2. Very close round, and Rocking finds one more. That's the bomb secure. All they need to do is sit and watch for this last player. Molly being doused rather quickly. Now Forrester looking to find a way back into this round. 1 versus 2 in the Bucks. AWP on Rocking. And he's going to opt to go through ramp. Gotta be careful. Rocking holding the angle. Could end his life, and he does. A second round for Fate Esports, and a much needed round at that. Coming into the 8th now. It's 2-5. Fates are on the back foot, but they are able to buy up into this one. Securing that second round is going to be doing nicely for them. They're going to want to expand upon that. Rocking, playing aggressively here in mid. Will be able to find one with the help of Nicky. Will give the man advantage to the side of Fate. They need to expand upon that as quickly as possible. Looks like another A hit coming out. Majority of these Winstrike players, if not all, hanging out over here, getting ready for the hits. And Fates are looking to put up a stiff resistance. 3 players do reside on this site, and shots are beginning to ring out. Elin holding here towards sandbags. Go and find the first one. Looking for a second. Won't be able to find him just yet. Nicky does bite the dust. Molly's going to push him out of position. He's going to smoke it in time to hold on down. Rocking able to find one. Finds 2. Nice play by him. Playing over there by sandbags. Brings it down to Lackey now in a 1 versus 4. And he's going to need to save. The economy for the side of Winstrike looking lackluster. We've got 150 on Elin Crad. 2,000. Forrester at 1,000. And he's going to look to maybe make his way towards the B side. But the quick rotates are coming through. One player did reside over there. That's going to be Patrick and Mr. Shike. Waiting for Lackey to make his approach. Shots ring out. Lackey able to find one. Might be able to do this. Looking for the 1 versus 2. Could find it. They're peeking out 1v1. And Lackey going to find them both. Brings it back down to another 1 versus 2. As the retake comes on out. But Milky says no thank you. Eliminates him with a headshot. And that will be a 3rd round to the side of Fate. Keeping that AWP and an AK over is going to be crucial weaponry into this next round. So after securing that third, they need to keep the ball rolling at this point. They've been able to secure some consecutive rounds now. They really just need to tie a few more together, bring it to a tied game, and they're going to be sitting much prettier than if they drop this here. They're going up a full AK round. This is a very, very dicey buy for the side of Winstrike. They got 2 player spot all the way down to 0. Little bits of utility, most of the utility on 2 of the players. The rest of them just buying up what they can. Starting to make their way up ramp. 2 players over towards scaffolding. And another over on site. Going to be eliminated. Lackey going to find Rocking to start things off. That brings it down to this 4 versus 5. The meta advantage is gained by the side of Winstrike. And these 2 players need to get rotates as quickly as they can. All out assault coming out. And Milky's going to turn the tide. Very quick frags out of him. And Shike will be able to find one as well on the Crad. That brings it down to Fate looking to finish out this round. It's been close. But oh my lord, some heroics from Milky do come on out to turn it around. Now Forrester, last man standing, will find the low HP player Milky. It's looking to do just a little bit more, take a few weapons, possibly, but I don't think he has a hope to convert. Yeah, there we go. Patrick finds his head very swiftly. 4-5. Fates making gains. Going to be looking to keep things rolling. Match plots coming on out. Who is this by? Let me find out very quickly for you guys. Yeah, this is from Winstrike. Winstrike calling this time out. Going to be thinking through what they need to change up. Alrighty, coming into it now. Fate's 1 away from tying things up with the side on Winstrike. They seem to have a handle on the A site, which was the struggle in the beginning, and they're going to be able to really expand upon this. But it looks like Winstrike do want to change up their tactics, possibly heading over towards this B site. And I really don't blame them on this. This will probably be the best call here, is try and change up your tactics, find the other sites. If they can start securing the other site consecutively, things will go their way. But the Russian side of Winstrike need to find these first 2 frags on it. A nice little cheeky boost going to be coming out here. I think they're going to opt not to do it. No, Forrester's going to be the one to take it. Gotcha, gotcha. No one peeking out, but the shots do ring out. They do see one. They know where he is. They're going to opt to make the push, it looks like. Lackey has the AK to work with. The hero rifle for the T side, and he's going to be the first on the site. Taking out shots. Lackey going to be able to find one, but Rocking cleaning up house finds 2. Shike able to find 1 as well with the AWP. Brings it down to Elon and Forrester, who's already low. Forrester, last man standing, 1 versus 4. The tides have turned for the side of Winstrike. Forrester going to be looking to just find maybe 1 or 2 here. Could possibly do it if someone's head does peek out. But Rocking will find him first. And that will be the tied game here in the 10th. Now the full buy is coming out from Winstrike. And this is the round to behold. Single ups on both sides, no double ups setups to speak of just yet, and a lot of aggression out of Fate. It's not going to be well placed, though. Milky going to lose his life. The trade does come through from Nikki to refrag it back on to the head of Nickelback. Trades it back to even. And shots from Eland will be able to find one onto Patrick. That's opening up the B site. Nobody else on that site. And the rotates coming through as quick as they can. Nikki should be the first one to respond. That Molly going down, going to stall out the bomb plant for a moment's time. Now they've got more time to work with. Shike going to be able to find that first one onto Lackey. Crad able to find that refrag onto Nikki. Brings it down to his 2 versus 3. Now Rocking and Shike have to do this 2 versus 3 retake. And this is incredibly difficult even with an AWP. Shot rings out. A nice little tap from Forrester onto the head of Shike. Brings it down to Rocking, who will have to opt to save. The retake is a bust in a 6th round for the side of Winstrike. There we go, a 6th on the board for the side of Winstrike. They're going to be looking to expand upon that. The economy for Fate is rather strong, though. They should buy up here. They're taking their sweet time. And there we go, match pause. That's going to be from Fate Esports calling that. They're going to be trying to think through what they need to change up as quickly as possible. Because right now, Winstrike seem to have the read on them. And taking that B site is really working wonders. Match pause is cancelled, and Fate seem to be ready to go back into this. Should be buying up these players, MP9s, or an M4 possibly. Unless Patrick is going to go dry with his USPS. There we go, full M4 setup. They do have an MP9 to work with. Milky's going to be looking to play up close and personal with that. And he's going to position himself over towards scaffolding. Lots of utility raining through the sky. Nickelback's going to catch just a little bit of damage. Tag down to 89. Not all too much to worry about. Shike able to find that first one onto Nickelback. Will get the ball rolling for Fate. They need to get it really going now. They need to be like a bulldozer without an operator. Just plowing through these players. Right now it's being played very, very passively. Winstrike not wanting to make the gains that they need, and Nikki is really making it work. Winstrike now down by 2 players in this 3 versus 5. Looking to hit towards B, but I think the read is there. The rotates have already come on through, and Patrick and Milky and lying in wait. First up shot is a miss, but Milky doesn't. Patrick does bite the dust. This AWP ringing out. Won't be able to find a second one just yet. And Milky will find a second with that MP9. Rocking gonna finish it out to tie the game back up here in the 12th. 6-6. Oh, Shike playing nice aggressively. We'll be able to find that first one there on ramp to give the man advantage to his CT side of Fate. But Ground is being gained by Winstrike, opting to go for this age strategy once again. We've seen it time and time again. It's been paying out dividends in the beginning of this match, but Fate seem to have a handle on it. We'll see if they're able to continue that. Milky can be able to find that first one. Nickel back, able to find the other, but Shike does trade it back. Nickelback finds a second to his name, brings it down to a 3 versus 2. The main advantage is gained by that CT side of Fate, and that nade on the Nickelback. Forrester tagged down to 1. And I think this is going to be the round. Oh, he didn't hear the bomb. Will be eliminated by Rocking. That will be all she wrote for the round. The bomb will be defused, and Fate will come out with the 7th, taking the lead into this matchup. Deco round coming out from Winstrike, opting to have that single hero AK on their side. That's going to be Nickelback. Forcer looking to play aggressively. Will get a tag on the Shike, but not much else. This is a round that Fates need to convert. If they lose this one, lose this to this Deco, things could turn sour very quickly. Oh, the Deke does come out. It's a headshot, but it's through the wall, and Nikki will get away with 1 HP remaining. Rocking going to be able to find Nickelback to give them an advantage to the side of Fate. These Eagles are looking clean. Oh, Lackey looking really good. Finds that one dig onto Patrick and evens it directly back on out. Lackey picking up the AK. Will be the hero into this round. They're in at 4 versus 4. Nickelback is eliminated. Patrick is eliminated. Something to keep in mind is Nikki is so low. So, frag grenade, a deagle shot anywhere to the toe. Gonna eliminate him. Shots ring out. Oh my gosh, Forrester! What a dig and a half! That's given the man advantage to Winstrike. Like I said, this could turn into worst case scenario for Fate if they're not careful. They may get eco here, but Milky says no thank you, eliminates 2. But the AKs do remain, and they're hitting their shots, leaving it down to Milky. Milky in a 1 versus 1, he's gonna lose it. Winstrike win the hero deco, and Fate drop the round. That is worst case scenario for that Fate side. The match pause will come out after that. This is a technical pause out of Winstrike team. They're trying to think through what they need to do and possibly fix someone's internet, fix someone's PC. Maybe someone's having frame drops. The ping looks pretty reliable. But look at the scoreboard real quick. Rocking is really the man on top in the server right now. 15-7. Looking really strong for his team. He has that top frag. But right now, Patrick looking pretty lackluster throughout this matchup. 3-10. That's not a KD ratio you would like to see all too often. Anyways, chat, I think we're going to be here for a minute. So where's everybody from? Are you guys doing well today? I hope you guys are enjoying the cast so far. I am. It's been a good matchup so far. It's on a knife's edge. Both teams playing their hearts out. Not letting the other one get too far ahead. There was a bit of a lead, but Fate were able to take that back. Take it into their own. But then got converted on that deco. Had that hero rifle. It really just decimated the side of Fate. Winstrike looked really, really strong. Alrighty, we're coming back into it now. Elin playing aggressively. Not going to be able to find that, but look at this from Fate. They're playing the pushing game. They're going to be looking to find these frags towards A. But Krad has gotten by unnoticed for the time being. He will be spotted out there. Shike going to eliminate him. Brings the man advantage, but look at this from Fate. They're all across the map. They know this is headed towards B. Lackey go and find that first one. Milky does straight back. Nickelback able to find one more, but Shike says no thank you. Brings the man advantage to the side of Fate. Forrester able to find that trade and refrag. Rocking finds one through the smoke there onto the head of Forrester, leaving it all down to Nickelback. He will be dealt with. Taps to the head and a half complete. Fate taking the lead, heading onto their T side, 8-7. Good stuff. Good stuff. They seem to be taking their time on this half, just trying to keep things going, possibly. Taking their time to get into it. We should be getting back into it rather shortly now. Weren't both these teams Esea advanced last season? Pretty sure I casted a matchup between these two last season. Can't remember. Or I cast them individually at least a few times. It is great to see them in Premiere. Alrighty. Finally, we're back into it now. Match is live once again, going into the second pistol round. Winstrike taking up the CT side. Fate in the lead by 1, taking up the T. Looks like Fates are looking for this A strategy that we've seen so often here on Vertigo. And Rocking and Co. gonna be the first ones up the ramp. Nickelback gonna find that first one on the Shike to start things off. Elan, look at this little position. You love to see this. Playing very secretively. Gonna find 1, find 2, maybe 3, but Rocking will eliminate him. Nickelback able to find 2, though. Going to find a 3K for himself to tie things back up 8-8 in the beginning round of the half. Full buy round coming out from Winstrike now. MP9s, M4s coming on out. They're going to be looking to convert this round rather swiftly, take the lead against these Glocks and these P250s. Only one P250. That's going to be a rocking for him to work with. Right now, it's just going to be slowly played. Elin and co. watching very patiently for these players to pop out towards ramp. Little bits and shots across the map ringing out, but nothing being confirmed. The push begins and the slaughter as well. Elin finds 1, finds 2, finds 3, but the trade does come out from Patrick. And Nickelback finds the last 2. A 9th round for Winstrike, and very successfully done. Rocking looking to make a little bit of presence towards B. Try and draw maybe a rotate or two. So far, it's not working. The side of Winstrike holding firm towards A. Very slowly being played so far. Either side really wanting to make all too much presence known. Oh, shots from Forrester. Going to end the life of Rocking. That's the man advantage gained by Winstrike. Finally, a frag does come on out. Forrester finding a second as well on a Nicky. Really starting to bring things to a head. Looks like the bomb wants to head towards B. Shite gonna have to find this first one. Does. Flicks over to Forrester's head. Eliminates him. The flash comes out to stall them for a little bit longer. Only 50 seconds on the clock. And Shike making a clean house sweep. Will be able to open up this B site and get the bomb down with just a few seconds remaining. A 2 versus 3 retake gonna have to come on out. Elin able to find 1 on the Milky and Shike. And now it's all down to Patrick. Patrick versus 3 will be dealt with. And a 10th round picked up by the side of Winstrike. Gonna be looking to start steamrolling ahead on their CT side. Also, chat, thank you for all the follows. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shots ring out. Forrester able to find that first one to start things off. Patrick does find the refrag. Brings it back down to the 4 versus 4. The trade's being very swift. Krad seems to have the read. Finds 1 with the frag grenade. Will eliminate Milky. Lackey lying in wait finds Patrick. And now last man standing, Shike. In a 1 versus 4. We have seen 1 versus 4s time and time again. They haven't gone well for Fates. Here are the times things need to turn around quickly on their T side, because right now Winstrike could start to steamroll ahead with this. Shike's aware that there's a player over here by this box. Doesn't know how low he is. Nickelback is at 8 HP. Will be spotted out, and the head will be taken off. Starting to open up the round. He's looking for more. Will be double peaked as soon as he crosses that corner. And 11th picked up by Winstrike. Full deco coming out of Fate. They're going to need to make those deagles sing if they do want to convert this round, or even find just a few frags to equal out the economy just a little bit. The economy isn't that strong for Winstrike, so a loss here could be devastating if it is converted. But so far, it's not starting out well for Fate. Forrester able to find that first one. Elent finding the second. Brings it down to a 3 versus 5, and Nikki is oh so low, tagged down to 4. Gonna be looking to come through mid, but Crad and Lackey seem to have the read. Crad able to find one, Milky finds the other, and Lackey and Forrester end it. A 12th and 3 away from match point. Winstrike with a healthy lead, gonna be looking to only expand it. Full body round in progress now for Fate. They're going to need to use this to their advantage. In advantage, they will. Patrick finds that first one, but Nickelback does straight it back on the Milky, brings it up to the 4 versus 4. And the all-out assault towards B is a go. Lackey, only man remaining over towards the site. The Molly doesn't push him out of position. He'll be able to find one, but Shike does trade it back, brings it down to a 3 versus 3. The retake will have to come on out, and Nickelback is tagged down low. Elend also catching a bit of a Molotov, will be low as well, and they're going to have to be rather careful on this retake from here on out. They're in this 3 versus 3 position. Push beginning, and shots from Shike will confirm the first kill, brings it down to a 2 versus 3. I think the save call has been made for the side of Winstrike. Their economy isn't the strongest. They will be able to buy into this next one with these saves. And that will be a 9th for Fate. A much needed round. Coming into the next now. Fate and Winstrike full buys coming on now. Elend, AWP. Gonna have to be the impact player and find these initial frags, because right now Fate could get things rolling. Milky watching the push. Misses the timing on Lackey. And Winstrike don't want to let Fate get any more gangs than they already have. Flash comes on out and the push begins towards A. Crad gonna be there to respond. Gets mollied out of position and throws a nade of his own. That's gonna catch Nikki. Tag him down to 59. And this could be rather crucial. Milky getting tagged down as well. There are 3 players towards this A site. I think Fate need to rethink this. Looks like they will. Not opting to head towards A, maybe towards B. They know that there's a lot of these CTs lying in wait for this push to come on out. think they're throwing some fake utility to really draw out these players. But Forrester is going to be waiting. 1, 2, looking for a third now. Might be able to find it. Flashed out. It's having to wait for a cross. Will find 3, possibly 4. This could be rather huge from him. And it is a 4K looking for an ace. Could possibly do it, but catches a bullet to the head. Crad will finish the round. The ace not confirmed. And that will be a 13th. It's a lot of small threes, chat. Winstrike now 2 away from match point and 3 away from ending the map. You're gonna want to find this map point as quickly as they can. They don't want Fate to draw this out any more than they have to. Rocking gonna find that first one to start things off, though. That's gonna be Eland out and eliminated right there in the first few seconds. Shots from Nikki will get some dinks, but no frags. Patrick and Nikki tag down low. Nickelback's good for that. A little bit of a consolation prize, but no frags to speak of for him just yet. Man advantage is held by the side of Fate. But with the HP being this low, this is extremely doable. I think the save will be made. Oh, they don't realize how low 2 of these players are. I'll blame them on the save. Milky gonna find one on the Crad. Leaves it down to Lackey and Forrester to save it all up. Fate will get away scot-free into this round. All players staying alive on that side. That's going to be great. That's going to be absolutely brilliant for the economy. But they're going up against a possible another full buy. They might opt to have a few hero rifles here and there. And then work with pistols. But it seems like they'll buy all the way up. MP9 on Lackey. We've seen MP9s really turn the tide of battles on each side. So I don't count them out just yet. Rocking going to find the first on the Forrester. That's the man advantage gained by Fate. They need to find a second one pretty quickly here. That M4 is going to be picked back up as well. Being played very stealthily so far. Elan going to be able to find that first one with the up, but the trade does come through from Shike. 4 versus 3. The man advantage still in the hands of Fate. But it's definitely not going to be a flawless round. Rocking, finding one in the back line on to Lackey. They're looking for more, and more they will do. Crad able to find one, but Nikki eliminates him. An 11th for Fate. Saying the fight's not over yet. Nikki able to find that first one onto Lackey to start things off. Looking for more. Will find Elin peeking out with the deagle. That won't be all too advantageous. The aggression is misplaced. And now with 3 versus 5 remaining. So looking for frags, not looking for conversions. So far, being very, very slowly played out. Fate doesn't want to lose this to an eco. They've done it once before. They're afraid to do it again. They're going up against USPSs, so it's not that bad. They've got plenty of weaponry to work with. They're in a 5 versus 3. They will hold on to the site. Crad gonna peek through, won't be able to find anything. Rocking will find that, and the Deagle and the USPS is saved. That's a 12th for Fate. 1 away from tying things right back on up. Winstrike now buying in full. Need to desperately get these rounds together. They're 2 away from match points, but Fate is seemingly bringing it right back to them. Fate calling out this timeout. Trying to think through what they need to change up and get this match at a tied game. The match beginning once again. Full AKs for the side of Fate. Winstrike, AWP, and some FAMASs, and then forced to work with Lackey. Go to find this initial. Forrester will be traded right on back by Shike. A 4 versus 4 remains. But not really all too much ground given or gained. Elin. Watching for the push. We'll see it. Finds the first. Patrick out of the box eliminated. 4 versus 3 remains. And Fates are on the back foot. Elin holding a very tight angle. Might be able to find one here if a push does come out, but the Molly does respond. He will be able to find it, but Nikki trades it back after death. 2 versus 3. The man advantage still in the favor of Winstrike, but not by a hefty amount. This is a doable round by Fate. They just need to hit these headshots very cleanly and very, very quickly. Shots from Nickelback finds Shike. And now Milky all alone. 1 versus 3. It's flashed and dealt with. Crad brings about the 14th for the side of Winstrike. 2 above Fate, and 1 away from map point. That nade's going to do quite a bit of damage to Rocking, tagging him down to 51 right out of the gate. Just a few seconds in the round, and the first blow has been dealt to Fate. Shots come out. Forrester finds one, but the trade from Shike is good. The molly comes out to tag down a few more players. But Shike is looking spicy. Finds one more. Crad trades it back, but is refragged immediately. Now Elin and Nickelback gonna have to fight for 15. 2 versus 3 retake. I doubt they're gonna try and push this. Their economy isn't looking all too strong. They're in worst case scenario for this round. And Patrick finds one more. Now Elin gonna have to up to save. This will be 13 for Fate. 1 away from tying it right back on up. Oh, please. Please. Oh, darn. He won't be able to get it. I wanted to see the knife. Milky will find it. That's a 13th. Eco with a few deals and a P250 to work with for Winstrike. They've won these scenarios before, but they're in a very tough one now. It's full AKs for the side of Fate. They can be such a deal breaker when you're using these deagles. You have to hit the headshot first time every time if you do want to confirm this. Flash comes out, and shots ring out as well. Patrick gonna find the first one onto Elin. He is tagged down low at 14 HP. Gonna have to play a little bit more conservatively than the rest of his teammates. And a 5 versus 4 remains. Nickelback holding towards sandbags. 1 towards sight, and 1 closer to mid. Push coming out from Fate now. They hear Crad. That's worst case. They're going to be able to find one. Catching one out. And Nickelback gets checked as well. Crad and Forrester. Last 2 men remaining. 2 versus 5. Deagles and P250 in hand. Have a lot to do in order to find a conversion. Crad starting it out. Will be able to find that first one with the P250. Backs off in time to stay alive. Finding 2 frags would be good into this round. If they could find just one more, find a third, things will really be looking nice. I think the save will come out. Yeah, the AK is going to be saved over. Forrester going to try and peek out, find maybe 1 or 2 more. Will get an AK and call the hasty retreat. These players should go hunting rather quickly now. But that right there, it's another round for Fate on the board. Tying the game right back on up. Match pause coming on out. That's Winstrike calling that. As we sit 14 to 14. 1 away from match points regardless of the team that wins. And 2 away from ending it all. Something to keep in mind is if Winstrike lose this, their economy's broken. And that will be 15 and possibly the 16th for Fate. Lots of shots ringing out. But nothing being found. Forrester waiting for a push to come out towards B. No one going for it just yet. Lots of presence across the map. It looks like Fate might go A. The flashes rain out towards the A site, and Elin finds the first. That's the man advantage gained. And Crad finds the other. This could be dicey. 2 versus 3. Fate have the option to still end things, but it is seemingly falling apart, leaving it all down to Milky. 1 versus 4, and he's towards mid. Finds the first, tag down to 62. Winstrike now know his location. Forrester going to be peeking out through CT. Will find him. 15 for Winstrike. Map point acquired. And 1 away from ending the map. The round begins. Full buys on both squads. No AWP on Fate. Elin has that up. It could be a crucial deciding factor. This could be it. Or this will be overtime. Shots ring out. Nickelback tagged down to 56. Elin looking for the first kill. Elin finds the initial. Brings it down to a 4 versus 5. The trade from Patrick is swift, though. And Lackey able to find one more. Shike able to find it through the wall, and Crad finds one. Milky, now last man standing, is dealt with. And Winstrike will take it. 16 to 14. The map goes in the favor of Winstrike. That right there is map number 1. We've got another one coming up soon. That will be Train. So don't go anywhere. We've still got one hell of a series upon us. It's going to be good. I'll talk to you guys in a few.